pasa, chicos? ¿Estás viendo el Quezt? Y soy tu anfitrión, Robert Dylan Vasquez. Hello, hello. What's up, guys? You're watching the Quezt, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. Shakes in English. What's up, guys? We're out here on a Friday night for episode 43. It is 11:05. Man, I have like another 2 months of that button, and then I gotta find a new one. Anyways, we're out here on a Friday night. You guys are watching on a day that ends with a Y, and that's inescapable. I was gonna say, and I appreciate that, but my brain was like, and you'll never escape, and you'll never escape the day that ends with a Y. Hang on, let me give you another one. All right, take two. And you'll never escape the day that ends with a Y. Oh, wow, Robert. Wow. It's just, you never cease to amaze. Anyways, big news coming next week, guys. Big news. I've been talking about this big news. It's coming next week. And that's why tonight I have to take my time, but hurry up. I got things to do. I got people to see. I got things to do. People to do. Got things to see. Congratulations to the Braves on winning the World Series. And they also, it's crazy. They won this huge trophy of Who the Fuck Cares? It's the craziest looking trophy of all time. Extra, extra. The Braves won the Who the Fuck Cares title. Shout out to my boy Alex. Ride or die. Was not a bandwagon fan. He's Braves every season. So shout out to him. Kudos to him. Saturday night, Miranda and I went to a party. I went to a little Halloween party at J&J's. She dressed as a lumberjack. What options does that leave me? She comes in the room with her little flannel, a little toboggan, her boots that I got her. And she goes, I'm ready. I'm like, well, what is that? She said, I'm a lumberjack. I'm sorry, I don't have a brown long sleeve and brown pants and I do have a green hat. But what am I supposed to go? You're not leaving me a lot of options. So I went as Marty McFly. I went as Party McFly. I had my fucking retro Nikes on that kind of look similar to the Air Maxes or Air Mags, whatever they are. And then I had the blue jeans and the comfort colored shirt. It was sick, bro. I wish I would have got a picture. I had the pink Calvins on. That's how cosplay I was. I get there and Jacob goes, oh, hey, you're dressed up as regular Robert. Excuse me, you uncultured swine. I'm Marty McFly. Which I had like my shitty mustache at the time and I needed to shave. And so I just got to shaving today. Anyways, boring. I'll tell you guys what else I did this week. Party was fun. We played hexagonal beer pong. Infinitely makes it harder, but whatever. I, for the first time, on a recommendation from my friend Will, watched a movie. What movie, you ask? That movie was V for Vendetta. Now, Robert, it's 2021. That movie came out in 2005. What are you doing? Hey, man, it holds up. It holds up. So it was my first time seeing it. It has my girl Natalie Portman in it. One of my favorite actors of all time. Not really. So I'm finally watching this movie. And the only reason I avoided it for so long is because I didn't want to put my tinfoil hat on. I didn't want to get all conspiratorial. I didn't want to get in that mode, right? So I knew it was a movie about some kind of, political warfare, yada, 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 propaganda, brainwash. And it was. Spoiler alert, it was. So it has a speech in there. And what we're going to do here is we're going to spend the next hour or two breaking down V's speech line by line. Going to dissect it. try to figure out what he means, and I'm gonna try to elaborate it in layman's terms. So here we go with that. We're not gonna do that. This is a silly podcast, dude. What do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna watch the best scene in the whole movie. And if you're like me and you haven't seen this movie, or you were like me and haven't seen this movie, it's been out since 2005. This is totally your fault. As much as it is mine, it is totally your fault. So I'm going to start off. He told all these people to come, shipped them masks and everything. He told these people to come a year prior. And the attention spans are still there. This is how you know it was made in 2005, because the attention spans are still there to come a whole year later. 365 calendar days. But anyways, everybody shows up. Exactly where he told them to be. That's a lot of fucking people, dude.
That music.
Yes. His music.
There she is. Check her out with your bald ass. And second of all, his music. Now, there's only a couple people that you can be like, yeah, that's his music. Like The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Yeah. It usually just goes with wrestlers. That, you know, they have their music. But yeah, I guess you can give him this. Anyways. There he is, V, in all of his glory. Spoiler alert, those aren't night lights. He doesn't need those to sleep. He's not sleeping right there. Well, he's taking that forever sleep. That's what he's doing. Going out like a badass. What you're about to see on the screen may cause seizures or I don't know. Badassery at its finest. That was a visual of my toilet earlier today. No, for real, it like came out of the water. I've never been so proud of my life. You know, it's kind of messed up because I don't know where this is exactly, but the first thing I thought when the watchtower blew up like that was like, oh man, the Hunchback is fucked. I like how the fireworks go up into a V. That's really cool. I thought Robert Dylan Vasquez, I've always been like obsessed with my initials and stuff. I've always thought that was really cool.
Who was it?
And then he attaches fireworks to make it not seem so detrimental. But yeah, dude, blew that whole fucking building up. Who was he?
Who's Edmund Dantes? And who's my father?
It's my father.
And my mother.
And my mother. Anyways. But yeah, dude. So I enjoyed that. That was a rather fun time. I got to go back and watch all the old movies. If you have a conversation with me and you're like, do you remember this movie or this movie? I'm probably not. Like, what's that movie called where Justin Timberlake is in it and is out of time or in time, or he has a time coming out of his arm and he pays like 3 minutes for a coffee? Or dude, he's standing in line. He's like, 3 minutes for a coffee? And I know a little about a lot. I've seen clips. I've read this. I've, watched that. I know a little about a lot, and it frustrates a lot of people, including myself. But anyways, we're going to get to the most important part of the week. The finals of the cereal tournament. I don't know why I stumbled on finals. The finals of the cereal tournament. So, in these finals, 16 are, 16 went head to head. 2 remain. We had, well, technically 4, because you had Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles versus Captain Crunch and Crunch Berries. And I've told you guys, the only reason I included both of the Pebbles and both of the Crunches is because I don't want them to have to go up against each other. It's kind of redundant, and it's my tournament. It's my tournament. So, in the finals, we had Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles versus Captain Crunch and Crunch Berries. I put the poll up on Instagram. And I'm about to announce the winner. The winner of the first ever MoonRouteStudios Cereal Tournament is... Yeah! Thank you! Yes, dude. Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles edged it out. I think it was like 65 to 35. 65% to 35%. And the only reason that there was a rematch between Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Fruity Pebbles is because it was a tie. And that's something in this tournament that we can't allow. Only because Instagram, their polls don't work in 3 ways or whatever. So we are about to pour ourselves a nice bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Dude, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you think that I didn't come prepared, think otherwise. Dude, there are a lot of cereals out there. But it doesn't get much better than Fruity Pebbles. And that's just me being biased. Like I said, I don't have any input, and I can't make 40 plus, 60 plus people vote. The people have spoken, dude. Yeah, I'm not much of a fresh crunch guy. I'm gonna let that sog for a little bit. Dude. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you guys, want to keep the train a rolling. If you guys want to keep having a fun time, I'd really appreciate it. Because around here, around these parts, around here, we have fun. But that's only because with everything that's on the news, like, you guys probably watch other podcasts. And from those podcasts, I don't know what kind of information you obtain. But when you come here, throw all that out the window. We're having cereal tournaments. I'm bringing you guys big, big news next week. Big, big news. And I wouldn't tell you that it was big, big news if it wasn't big, big news. That's why I'm trying to hurry this process along. So, without further ado, on to the imprint of the week. I'm actually going to take a bite of this. This is from my ASMR people. Super disrespectful. Super disrespectful. On to the imprint of the week. I gotta pull out my phone for this. Alright. Imprint of the week in one breath. Shout out to Imprint Jones. If MoonRouteStudios was an app, what platform would it be under? Social media, streaming entertainment, sports, etc., or sports, etc. Fanboys. Also, how would your app separate itself from popular apps and streaming services of today? The design of it, and its least/most popular feature. Okay, so let's dissect this. So, MoonRouteStudios, if it was an app, what platform would it be under? It would be a little bit of everything. I would be able to stream on my, not my Twitch, but it would just be like a whole center for me. And I know that sounds narcissistic, but nobody else is signed under the MoonRouteStudios tree or whatever you want to call it. There are no branches. It's only the Quezt. At the beginning, when it says MoonRouteStudios presents, and then the Quezt comes up, this is the only thing that MoonRouteStudios presents. So far. Ding! Ding! So, when I really, get into more stuff, it's the streaming element is just going to be all of my stuff. The social media element of it, I already have an Instagram, so I don't know. My posts would obviously upload to that. It would, Let's go to the design. The design would be simple, same as the MoonRouteStudios logo. Boom. Just popping that up on your phone. Just bing. It would separate. It would separate itself from the pack by. I was thinking about doing like those prayer texts. How if you download certain apps, it'll send you like motivational sentences for the day, whether it's like fortune cookies or Bible verses or motivational, like get up and get after it. Mine would just be like mind fucks. Just be like, my dick hole is like an icing bag. And anyways, but yeah, just access to me. You could probably order food. That'd be like the most popular feature of it, or like the best feature. You could order food. I don't know what kind of food. Probably just just beverages. Only like beverages only. Like you can stop at the store and everything. Like you can go to Sonic's and the CVS's and the Spinks of the world. You can only get drinks though. But man, fuck this MoonRouteStudios app. But yeah, just access to me. It's the least yeah. So the drink thing would actually probably be its least popular feature. The most popular feature would probably be like the Q&A chat. I'd probably put those at like on the app, and it would just be like probably a dozen people. Just a dozen people. Q&A chat room. Right there on the app. If you download the app, you're immediately in the chat. So how about that? I got my cat, and he is fat. I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. Anyways, I didn't want to say that. That last part, I didn't want to say that. But Imprint, I hope that answered your question, answered your imprint of the week. Shout out to my boy. I'll see you Sunday. On to the question. What's the worst type of physical pain? Okay, so here I have head, tooth, stomach, and muscle. Now, I don't think that there are many other pains. When it comes to head pain, I do mean migraines, headaches, wooziness, like dizziness, nauseous, which that can go hand in hand with stomach. Teeth or tooth pain, it's almost unmatched. Almost, because it can cause head pain, but it's like right here, and it can go all the way like back down. Stomach, you can't you can't normally function with stomach issues. You can probably go to work with some tooth pain, maybe a headache or two. It's not going to be easy. But stomach pain, even if you do go to work, you're going to be in the bathroom. So, would you rather go to work and get paid? Dude, my past employers, I owe them so much money. I owe probably every employer I've ever worked for so much money of just hours in the bathroom. Just, minding my own business. I take long poops. I've told you guys. I'm not a 5-minute guy. If you want, dude, the amount of time that I've spent in my life pooping, and now that's a percentage in itself. Now take that and the amount of times pooping from stomach problems. It's probably just as high as a percentage, honestly. If you were to take, just say, I've spent 23% of my life pooping. It's probably 23% of that pooping has been stomach problems. And so it's hard to escape. And then you have muscle problems. And I mean anything from like cramping to soreness to like, I can't say breaks because I've never broken anything, so I don't know what that feels like. Never broken a pinky, never broken a femur, a forearm, none of it. So I don't know what a broken bone feels like. I imagine it feels pretty bad. I'll chalk up bones and muscle into the same thing. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I gotta say tooth, because that's kind of a bone too. But tooth, I cannot stand tooth pain, dude. And so I'm gonna tell you guys about this one. I have a toothpick actually, and not a toothpick that I'm gonna, but like a picture of a toothpick. It's a picture of a tooth. So I had to go to the dentist, and it was pretty bad. The guy, he checked it out and was like, whoa. Don't do that. You didn't even give me any laughing gas. I'm still definitely aware of what you're doing and what you're saying, looking at him just like, isn't that? I always laugh when I'm like thinking about getting a haircut, or when I'm getting a haircut and I think about just like looking at him. That shit cracks me up. But I think it would make me laugh even more if I was just like propped open mouth, just like, yeah, that was my snake jaw. Did you hear it? What is this podcast? Ba-da, ba-da. What is this podcast? Oh, it's so good. This is to everybody who didn't vote for Fruity Pebbles. Anyways. So here's that toothpick. So I go to the dentist, and he prescribes me, or he sends me to the pharmacy. How do I not think of that word? She's a fucking pharmacist. How do I not? So he sends me to the pharmacy to get some more liquid lidocaine. Because she had some liquid lidocaine. Don't know why. But she had just had some. So that's what I was putting in the hole of this tooth. Just to numb it. Waking up pretty much every 2 hours. And just like putting it on a Q-tip and just fucking sinking that into the hole of the tooth, hoping to numb it. Now this went on for a couple weeks because I don't think I had insurance, and so I was just shit out of luck. They could either do something to it or they could pull it, and they obviously didn't keep it in my mouth because that's a picture of it in a napkin. And so, long story short, I was trying to get something stronger than liquid lidocaine fucker. But good. I've never really done pills like that. Don't want to do pills like that. So, I'll keep it straight edge around here. I'll keep it straight edge. But I took a picture. The only reason I took a picture is because I wanted to keep it. And so I'm like, I have it right here. I said, can I keep it? And she goes, no, it's a hazard. It's a biohazard. And I'm like, well, fuck you. Let me look at your chompers. No. What am I going to do? Eat it? Like, I don't see the big... They fucking got in there with pliers. It's not like they had, like, radiation plasma rays. Just... Like, sorry, this is a radioactive tooth now. You cannot have this. It's a biohazard. That belongs to me! So I was like, well, can I at least take a picture of it? And she's like, yeah. So I pull out my phone, clip. Here you... Sorry, guys. And then she was like, she put it like back down, and I could hear her kind of like... Now, I don't think that I was hearing things. And the only reason I don't think I was hearing things is because when she walked out of the room, and this is after she takes it in real time, like a running back, like, she takes it and she goes, and as she's leaving the room, her back, her little, like it was a flutter through the shirt. So it was just like, it was like that. It was exactly, and I was like, did I just get robbed by the tooth fairy? Yes! Anyways, I'm going with tooth pain. What do you think the worst type of physical pain is? If you guys have broken a bone, that's a little too easy. I'd like for you to stick to the muscle, stomach, tooth, and head category. Look at that gnarly thing. That's what too many Fruity Pebbles will do to you. I inhaled. Oh, God. All right. On to the unlocking memories. I got stuff to do. All I've written down for unlocking memories is shitting my pants in kindergarten. Oh, we've talked about shit a lot today. Anyways, shitting my pants in kindergarten. I had my Spider-Man undies on. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. A lot of you guys don't remember the hyphen, so hashtag remember the hyphen. Spider-Man undies. And I was in kindergarten, and I had a couple best friends. I don't remember her name. I think it was a girl named Alyssa. It was this girl. She had like this afro hair. It was crazy. I don't know why she was my friend, but we used to like cartwheel together. That was our thing. We would just cartwheel. She's the one who taught me how to cartwheel. Shout out to her. And so I'm all excited. Just learned how to cartwheel. And we go back inside, and now it's nap time. They riled us up, and now it's nap time. Well, Dylan, at the time, I'm all riled up. I don't want to nap. And we had just, it went lunch, recess, nap. Now, if you're a kid, nowhere in that are you like bathroom, lunch, maybe bathroom, recess, maybe bathroom, nap. It's fun. It's like a Beach Boys song. Till your daddy takes your T-Bird away. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember laying down on these blue jiu-jitsu mats. The little fucking 2x6 jiu-jitsu mats that they would help us, that they would make us lay under at nap time. No pillow. I'm like, what are we in Japan? So we're laying on these mats, and I gotta go. Like, it just hits me. It's like, and I'm like, hey, teach. Hey, yo, teach. Hey, toots. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go. At the time, If I was at home, I'd be like, I gotta go caca. Odale, I gotta go caca. But I was at school, so I tell her, hey, I have to use the restroom. And her response to a kindergartner, 5 years old, is, it's nap time. Lights are off. You could see the sun shining through the classroom window. It was a cloudy day. And I just remember being like, oh, no, you don't understand. This train, it's coming through whether you like it or not. And then she tells me, I'm paraphrasing, but she tells me, I said it's nap time. Go lay down. Now, I believe Miss Bissett was my kindergarten teacher because she was also my second grade teacher, or it worked out something like that. She was my kindergarten in first or my kindergarten in third. I remember having her for 2 of my kindergarten, first, second, third, 2 of my 4 years. So Miss Bissett, I don't know what was wrong with her, but when a kid tells you they got to go to the bathroom, you let them go. So this is what I did. I went over to my mat, and I had never, at that time, coherently pooped in my pants. Like, I had been a baby and went in a diaper and all that stuff, and I mean, my brothers might have a little more experience. You know, they wore them till they were teens, but so I'm sitting there, and I don't know how to do this. I'm like, I literally just, I'm like I got my knees up on the mat, and then I just feel it. It's just like, and I'm like, oh no! And as I'm stretching out, right, the train rolls in. That was a terrible train. My lips were fluttering. It's, and it just, and I never remember her exact reaction, but my mother was called. The school called my mom, and she had to bring me some fresh underpants. Now, my Mrs. Bissett, Miss Bissett, and my mother are not men or boys, so they can't go in to the bathroom to help me. And they didn't take me into the girls' room. They just sent a lone kindergartner into the bathroom to clean up the mess you made. You clean up this mess. You didn't let me go to the bathroom. So, I'm sitting there at the pot, and I'm looking down, and I see it. It's in the little undies boat. It's in the little undies boat. And I picked the Milky Way out of the undies boat. And I remember like getting up and like turning around and just bloop, bloop, bloop. And bloop, bloop. And it was one of the most embarrassing situations that I had just, like, this was fresh. They told me school was going to be fun. And this is the first year I'm in. I'm the kid that poops his pants. Now, I don't know if anybody knew because they were all asleep. Thank God. Because I never ate my boogers. I never ate glue. I never ate my boogers. I never did anything like that. And now I'm going to be shit kid? I'm going to be caca kid? Not me. So, Milky Ways are out. I put on fresh undies that my mom brought. And then I think I stayed in school. I was just graduated from the Ruthie school of wiping my own butt. And I believe I said it on a previous podcast. But one day she just left me. My old babysitter just left me in the bathroom. I was like, Ruthie. And I used to be like, I used to be a little prick with it. I'd be like, Ruthie, it's butt time. I never said it was butt time, but that's how I said it. I would call her name like, time to come wipe my ass. And one day she just didn't arrive. And so I had to learn. Now, was it sophisticated and folded? No. I made a snowball. And then just went for it. And to this day, I don't know what it looked like because I wasn't tall enough to look into the bathroom mirror. But it worked for me for years. Let's talk about wiping techniques. Some people go from behind and some people come from up front. I remember talking about that for sure. I remember talking about that. Anyways. And so I obviously can't show you anything visually from this Unlocking Memories, but we can watch one of my favorite videos and one of my father's favorite videos because you'll see.
That's it. I'm through. I'm not chasing that stupid ice cream anymore. I wouldn't eat that ice cream if...
Okay, so this is Two Stupid Dogs, but this is one of the Two Stupid Dogs. And they're in space. And so they have no food, and they finally see this ice cream floating around.
It walked up and hit me right in the head.
But you and I know, astronauts can't have real ice cream.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream! I got my ice cream!
I would be super excited. Because if I'm in space, if I'm a dog in space, the only thing that I want is ice cream. What was this cartoon? Secret Squirrel. It had Secret Squirrel on it. So, props to that. Props to Two Stupid Dogs.
It's not a dream. What a team. Just me and my ice cream. Yeah? Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Metallica. Fucking Two Stupid Dogs, Metallica.
Just me and my ice cream. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey. This doesn't look like ice cream.
You're right. That looks like a Dollar General sponge. That looks like a Neapolitan sponge daddy. What the fuck? And I don't even like Neapolitan ice cream. So I would be bummed. I would be super bummed.
Doesn't smell like ice cream either.
What does ice cream smell like? I know he's a dog and he's got a sniffer on him, but what does it smell like for real? You can smell kinds of ice cream, I guess, like butter pecan. I can always smell that. I've never really smelled sherbet. Sherbet? It's spelled like sherbet, but I say sherbet. What the? As soon as he took the bite.
Either.
Now, I would be watching this, and I would be watching anything, and my dad would come walking in, and this is one particular time where he came walking in, and he repeated this line for years, for years, dude. And it's not just because we said it around the house, but it was because of this specific scene.
It tastes like caca.
Oh, dude. Shout out to him, dude. If I ever have guests, I'm always just going to wonder what it would be like to have him on here. It would be crazy. He's a guy that I wouldn't have to worry about like pulling in to my silly time. Like if he knew what the agenda was, like I've told you guys before, there are 43 of these now. He'd probably watch all 43 of them. He was such a cool guy. And I always try to separate the unlocking memories, you know, and that's for me. You know, this is like a time capsule of just stupid little silly memories that I have. If you guys have ever seen Two Stupid Dogs, not trying to, you know, hey, here's a moment from my past. Hope you guys watch this, because if you didn't, you're shit out of luck. No. It's for me. And so I try to make it digestible for you. It's just hard. When it's a moment like that that's silly yet near and dear, I just toss it in. So I'm not going to ramble too long. Shout out to him. Shout out to you. Thank you guys for being patient. Short episode, but we'll be back next week. Small episode, but next week, big news. I don't know what that move was. Shout out to Fruity Pebbles, dude. I really appreciate it. Send in your tournaments. Let me know what the next tournament should be. I got a couple ideas up here. Something that we could all be a part of. A couple things, actually. I'm going to start hitting you guys hard on social media. So make sure you're, followed on the Robert Dylan Vasquez Insta and the MoonRouteStudios Insta. The links are both in the bio. I really appreciate you guys for coming. I try not to be, I try to give you hard energy, good energy. It's just hard sometimes, especially when I know that I'm on the cusp of big news. Fucking. Yay! I can't tell you yet. Yay! Yay! Yeah! I can't tell you guys, and I wish I could. Some of you know, I think. But I'm going to stop teasing you. Just tune in to episode 44. Don't know what that one's going to be called. Just like I don't know what this one's going to be called. Help me. Marty McFly. V for Vendetta. Tooth pain. Shitting my pants in kindergarten. We'll see. Namaste. Hasta la vista, baby. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe. Send it to your weird friends. And from my studio to yours, or some corny shit like that, I will see you guys next week.